Yeah, I've been observing all this that's going on with the protesting, and it's going strong. It's going strong, the protesting. And it seems like Trump is not getting his way with the protesting and stuff like that. It's 1:24 a.m. right now. If anybody can hear me out there, keep up the good work. Keep up the fighting. We need to stay strong as a nation. We need to start resisting law enforcement agencies around the country. And you guys need a strong leader, and that leader should be me. You guys need to start training with your tactical military style. Get everybody involved. Make sure that everything goes peacefully, but at the same time, we cannot let law enforcement agencies bully us around. Bully us around. Enough's enough. We gotta say enough's enough at one point. We gotta make sure that we stay safe out there too, as well. Making sure that we always stay one step ahead of law enforcement. If they start doing their tactical military exercise, we should do the same thing. Do our exercise. See who gets tired. Remember what happened in the Civil War when the Confederate soldiers and the Army soldiers, U.S. Army, wanted to battle in. The Confederate almost won. The Confederate soldiers were like protesters in those days. Yep, we need to start fighting for our rights, people. We can't be bullied around by law enforcement agency. If you see two bullies trying to arrest an 80-year-old man, intervene. Step in and say, hey, what are you doing? Why are you picking on that poor veteran, that poor soul? He's not doing anything wrong. I hope my voice can be heard through the protesting to make you guys stronger, and don't give up. Quit your jobs and make your protesting full time if you have to. We got to show law enforcement agencies who is boss. Who's boss. Remember, we pay their taxes. They answered to us. They cannot be bullying us with batons and pepper spray, or threaten us with tasing down other people. They cannot use intimidation tactics. We need to survive, stand up to these bullies with badges, and we gotta fight. If we see a person with a badge that's bullying a veteran, we gotta intervene and say what's going on here. Enough's enough. Stop them. Get the biggest protester that's out there. I don't care if he's tall, with muscles. Just get him. Back him up. Just say, hey, what are you doing? He's an old guy, or she's an old woman. You can't be doing this. You know, I've been seeing the footages of what's been going on, and it's despicable. Trump is trying to act like Kim Jong Un, and I've been seeing his military parade style like Kim Jong Un does, and I've seen his staff behind him 100%, like Kim Jong Un's generals out there. We just gotta learn to stand up and fight for our rights. That's what Gaza's doing right now. Gaza, they're fighting for their rights and their government, their leaderships. We need to do the same. If we see someone, an elderly person getting bullied out there in the street by whoever with a badge, we gotta intervene and say, hey, stop it. Step in, stand up to these tyrannical bullies. We gotta make sure all that stops here and now. You guys need a strong voice leader, and that would be me. You guys did a good job by not showing up to Trump's birthday. He does not deserve it. Does not, how the way he's been running this country, he does not deserve it at all. And I think by the end of July or the end of this year, he will give up. Mark my word, I guarantee you, he will give up, Trump. And we will elect a better government that will take the position of president who deserves it and earns it, and will treat us fairly with dignity and respect. And then what's happening right now is ICE people are going around targeting farm workers, and they're targeting owners that own farms too. Farm owners and farm workers too. They're terrorizing them, kidnapping them, never to be seen again. And God knows where they're taking them. We need to put a stop to that crisis too. We need to start protecting our families, our farms from these tyrannical bully with badges, that try to intimidate us with batons, those nightsticks, the long nightsticks. We can't have that anymore. We're tired of being pushed back by the police department across the countrywide nation with their long stick batons, and we're tired of being thrown with pepper spray, with their tear gas, with their tear gas that they have. We need to stand up and reunite everybody in the millions. We need to keep fighting for our freedom of America. We need to protect the farm people and the farm workers and the farm owners from these ISIS bullies, from these masked ISIS bullies, from these ICE. Did I say that right? ICE? Yeah. And we need to, what they do is they come in these Sprinter vans with Mercedes, and we need to identify them, who they are, and what they are. From what I heard, that there's been like people impersonating ICE and taking people and intimidating them and stuff like that. I don't know if that's true or not. There's been reports like that. They get these large vans, the white ones, and I don't know if they try to impersonate ICE, but they do that. And I don't know if they're the real deal or not, the real ICE people. But we need to take back our country again and fight. Keep on fighting. Don't give up. And we'll try to see of getting food out there to the protesters that are hungry, that haven't eaten for days. We'll try to do that. Get food out there to you guys so you guys can eat. Donate food to the protesters. Go to McDonald's or do whatever. Go to Jack in the Box and start, or get some pizzas and start handing them out to protesters. We gotta stand together, unite, or we gotta stay one step ahead of law enforcement. You see, Marines haven't left. They're still there in LA, even though if Governor Gavin Newsom, he won, but they're still there. Marines haven't left. They're still posted there. Trump ignored it. Trump keeps on ignoring judges' orders. He's not going to remove them. And the Marines are not going to listen to Governor Gavin Newsom. Marines are there to stay in LA. Whether Gavin Newsom won the battle in court from Trump administration, but that's not going to stop Trump. He's just going to define the judge's orders like he did before. We got to unite, people. If you guys need some food to eat, like for dinner or lunch, we'll get you guys something to eat. Have you guys eat it out there while you protesting, because you guys are doing a terrific job. Keep fighting. Keep the fight going, people. Please hear my voice. I want to be your strong leader and help you. I'll get on this air every day to give you guys more support. I'm protesting myself on air every day. And I'm seeing how law enforcement are treating the people. They work for us. We do not work for them. Our tax pay for them. We cannot have this anymore, people. We gotta, like they say, we gotta fight fire with fire, But we always have to stay one step ahead, people. Don't give up. Don't give up. Do not give up. It just sickens me to see that I've been reviewing every video footage that's been going on with law enforcement agencies between you guys. And enough's enough. They are out of control. They are out of control. We need to take our country back and get it back to normal. With a new government, with a new administration. You know, even if it means impeaching Trump and Vance, you know, we need a new administration ASAP. You know, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just sad to see this. Even if it takes a whole year to protest, you know how long the Confederate and the Union soldiers, the U.S. soldiers, were fighting. I think almost 2 years. 2 years, I think. 2 years, my friends. And that was a victory. You know, they didn't win, but at least they didn't go down fighting. You know, they didn't back down. You know, they didn't give up their rights. You know, at least the Confederate stood their ground to the U.S. Army. We need to do the same. We need to stand our ground with the law enforcement agency. We're their boss. We pay our tax money to them. They need to listen to us. Okay? You know, all that stuff they do with the batons out, swinging at us and stuff like that, and throwing tear gas at us. I mean, like, we need to start wearing masks. Come on, people. We need to start wearing masks, you know, out there, you know. Yep, we do actually start to need to wear masks out there, you know. I don't care if you got regular mask, use it. Or use like one of the masks that you buy at the store, use it. But we need to start wearing the mask. If they're gonna start throwing tear gas at us or whatever, pepper ball at us, we need to start wearing. I don't care if it's gas mask. You got it, wear it. Wear what you got. You know, I don't care if you have to go buy it at the sporting goods stores or where they buy it from, their gas mask. If they got theirs on, you guys get yours on too. Be ready and prepare and able. You know, it's time that we fought back, people. You know, it's time. And I'll be your new leader. You know, I'll be your new leader. Your new leader. Even if I have to help you guys fight it through, you know, that's what I'm saying. You know, we gotta stand and unite together, you know, and elect a new government. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so, once again, keep up the good work, keep up the fighting, and don't back down. You know, keep it out there in the street. That's all at this point I have to say. Keep it out there in the street. You know, keep up the good work. Hopefully, we'll get some food out to you guys so you guys can eat there and enjoy yourselves. And stuff like that. Keep up the good work. Keep up the fighting. Don't back down. If you have to protect yourself from law enforcement, protect yourself and your families out there. Oh, about that, protect yourself and your families out there. If you see, this is what I'm saying. If you witness somebody getting kidnapped by a Sprinter van, take down everything, the license plate number, blah, 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 and stuff like that. Take out the license plate number and then the make and model of the van. You know what I'm saying? And then report it to law enforcement saying, hey, there's guys in masks out here, blah, 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 kidnapping somebody and stuff like that. So, and please, if you see like a family, just intervene, scare them off. We don't know if they're going to be fake or not, You don't know that. If law enforcement are gonna gear up on you guys, you do the same. You gear up too. You guys always stay one step ahead of them. One step ahead of the law enforcement community. You guys have the right to gear up too. To protect yourselves and family. And don't let yourselves get arrested either. Don't let them touch you or put you to the ground or throw you in the ground like an animal. Use hand-to-hand combat if you have to. Do whatever it takes. But don't let them put you in the ground. Don't let them throw you in the ground. Don't let them handcuff you. Don't let them nothing. They don't deserve all that. They don't deserve your respect. How the way they've been treating you guys with the batons and everything. If you have to, if they start something, law enforcement, do whatever you need to do. Do whatever it takes to defend yourselves and your families out there. Until these arrests stop. Until they stop. No more arrest. Enough's enough. We want to walk down the streets of any city without being bullied or questioned by police. Safe and sound. This is America. This is not North Korea. This is not Nazi Germany. We gotta remember that we got the right to pick and choose our government as we see fit. Remember that, people. Always remember that. We got the right to pick and choose our government as we see fit. And we can't let this happen. If you see, like I said, an 80-year-old man being bullied by a badge, we gotta step up and save that poor soul, that poor old man from being bullied. Don't just stand there and let it happen. Just step up to him and say, hey, what's going on here? Don't pick on him. Pick on me. You gotta stand up and to these bullies. These tyrannical bullies. That like to pick on the elderly. We gotta say enough's enough, and they don't have law enforcement agencies. They have no respect of any human soul. They do not have no respect. You know. Well, that's going to be almost the end of the show, of the co-pilot show. Please remember to tune in, and please remember to tune in, people. Dun 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 dun. This is the co-pilot show. Oh, yeah. We're about to almost sign off for the night, so till tomorrow night, another night. I'll probably stay longer tomorrow night. And speaking about the protest, because it's just wrong. I think it's just wrong what the law enforcement people are doing to you guys. I'm so angry, angry, angry out there. Well, this is the co-pilot show. I'll see you guys again tomorrow night. We will be discussing this again, and possibly getting some food out there for some pizzas for the protesters out there, so they can eat. Help them out. They've been doing a good job out there for us. Standing up to these tyrannical bullies. We will see you all again tomorrow night for another co-pilot show. I'll catch you guys later, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.